Hey everyone, so this is the live that I promised you earlier today. Yes, we got a new background because I'm sitting in my little mini office that I have set up in my kitchen on my iMac. I have a big, is this big? If that even shows you, I don't know. I have an iMac that I use when I'm doing big things or creating 3D templates, foundations, doing spiritual structures, things like that. And I moved it down to my kitchen recently so that when Shalia, was running around, because she has kind of full reign of all the tiles in the bottom section of my townhouse, I can sit here and she can run around and I can get work done. In theory, it doesn't always work out that way. So we are talking about the Capricorn New Moon energy and what I do to review and plan for the new year, and my schedule for 2020, what I've got coming up, so that you can all know what's coming and start to prepare if you want to do some of my programs or one-to-one or things like that. We're going to go through a mini energy audit, which is kind of like a preview for the first module of Earthangel Energy Incubator, which starts in February. And I have my laptop over here to give me some extra notes on everything. So if I'm looking over here, it's because my laptop is right here so that I don't have to try to remember everything that I have going on and give you the wrong information. I hope you're well. Boxing Day every year is the year that I start my review and planning process for the next year. So I thought, why not go on live today and let's do it together. Let me know where you're watching from in the comments. If you have any questions, of course, let me know. And if you want me to dig deeper on what we're going through in another video, or you need some more information about anything, of course, let me know in the comments or send me a message. I've got a couple of notifications, so I'm just going to quickly check those while we wait for a few other people to get on. It's fine, I don't need to deal with those right now. So every Boxing Day, I start to review and plan for the new year. And this year is no different. In fact, I have more to do this year, being that I'm now a single mother. Hi, whoever's got on, let me know if you're watching, where you're watching from, any questions. We're just getting into it now, so you haven't missed anything other than my introduction. So this year, I have more to do than every other year, I feel anyway. I am a single mum now, and to be honest with you, I have been trying to declutter my house and get things done for quite some time now, but it seems like every time I want to do it or I feel motivated, my daughter will not let me. She just wants me to hold her all day, or she otherwise plays up or isn't feeling well or something like that. So I actually created a master to-do list, and this is one of the ways that I recommend to people to start to be able to be productive, is you need to get it out of your head and onto paper or onto a computer or something like that, so that you're not trying to remember everything all the time. Trying to remember things takes up so much brain power, so much energy, and makes you feel like you are behind all the time. So I wrote out a master list. It ended up being 3 pages long of everything that I wanted to do, including of what I wanted to declutter in my house, things I wanted to bring out in my business, things that I wanted in my personal life I wanted to do. It became overwhelming for me to look over 3 pages. So the first thing that I am doing right now is I'm sitting here and I am going through my handwritten notes and typing them into a to-do list of different categories. So I'm categorizing them into small, bite-sized pieces that I can action within half an hour to an hour max, and then tick off. Because then I feel like I've accomplished something, and half an hour to an hour is a good time frame for me to be able to do something without being interrupted by my daughter, either when she's sleeping or she might be watching the Wiggles or something like that. I'm also sitting here having a Christmas drink. Let me just move my to-do list over because I've got it on the screen here. I'm drinking some Croatian liqueur. It's a traditional drink. It's a type of rakia, which is Croatian brandy, because I'm half Croatian, and when the festive season comes, I like to have a festive drink. So this is Orachovac, and it's made from green walnuts, and it's a Croatian liqueur, and you just sip it. You just have it. You don't necessarily have to put ice in it, but because I'm in a hot climate, I like to put ice in it. So I am decluttering my home and car and working through these to-do lists. So the categories of my to-do lists, I have home, and I have broken it down into things like put pictures around my house, because I have beautiful pictures that I have painted and other prints that have been sitting in my garage for months, and I haven't put them up. So I've started putting some up, which is great, but I want to finish putting them up. So that's the home category. That's one example. Or fold the clothes and the linen that I've got waiting to be put away and put them away. Just break it down. The next topic is Shalia, my daughter. So things for my daughter. Get rid of all the clothes that don't fit Shalia and keep only the ones that do in certain size categories. And actually a friend of mine is having a baby next year. So I am going to pack up all of the things that Shalia is no longer wearing, her old high chair, some old bottles, clothing, shoes. We've got some toys and things there. And I'm going to pack all those up and take them to my friend as a gift because she's having a baby and, sorry, I'm itchy. It's a bit hot today. She's having a baby and her next closest child is 5 or 6 by now. So there's a big gap. So I don't think she has got any of the things that she had. So I don't need it anymore. I'm going to gift it to her. The next category on the list is my law firm. Things I need to do to wind that up because we're restructuring that. And I'm no longer, I'm an ex-solicitor, as you may or may not know, so I no longer want to be running or in part of the day-to-day of the law firm. Next category is personal, things for me personally. So I want to organize my own wardrobe, go through my clothes, get rid of things that don't fit me. That's part of the other things I'm going to gift my friend are a lot of the things I had through my pregnancy, which I've now lost weight and they don't fit me anymore. I'm not planning on having another baby anytime soon. I would like another child, but I don't know when or if that is going to happen. So I'm packing everything up because I don't need it. By the time I have another child, if I have another child, I will be in a position where I can get new clothing. I am keeping a couple of things, but not very many. So personal. The next category I have is business. So that is things for my soul business that I'm building up into 2020 and the things that I need to do for that, which will include things for what we're going to go through at the end of this video. So stick around so that you can find out what I have coming up for 2020. Hi Jazzy, great to see you. And the last category I have is things that I need to do in terms of my ex-husband, in terms of packing his things away and breaking that down and sending him some things and boxing some things up, and he wants me to scan him some things because he's in Germany. So I still have quite a few of these things here. So I've been trying to work through and clear them out, but I'm breaking them down into smaller categories as well. So that is the first part of the mini energy audit, is getting everything out of your head that you need to do or that you want to do, writing it on paper, and if it's a very long list like I have, break it down into separate categories, into bite-sized chunks or small steps that you can do within half an hour to an hour in between something else, so that you can then tick it off. Because the minute you start ticking things off, you feel so much better. Although I have a different system. I write mine down with hearts next to them, and then once I've done it, I color in the heart. That's how I make it fun for me. So the next thing is health. I am focusing on my health. I have been for a little while, but in my energy audit, I'm refocusing on it. So I'm actually eating some leftover of a platter. I've been making platters because Shalia is being very fussy right now. So in terms of getting her to eat things, I just make a platter and she can pick what she wants to eat. So on this platter, I have some, it's been sitting out a little bit. I have some guacamole, I have some rice cakes, I have some tomatoes, I have some potatoes that I roasted, I have some cherries. I have some blueberries and some raspberries. Yum. So I'm just eating the rest of that hasn't been eaten yet because it's healthy and I like it. I also had some other little crackers on here and some vegan cheese, but obviously they got eaten already. So I'm refocusing on the food that makes me feel good. But included in health for me is appearance. How do you want to present yourself to the world? I like to wear flowers in my hair. I love leopard print. This is new from the market. It's a bit shorter than the other one I had. You might have seen the other one in a recent photo, but I do like it. Kind of got a little flower of life medallion here. I have my faith necklace from last year's. Last year's word was Veriem. I have faith. I haven't really honed into my word for 2020 yet. It may be around the words of expansion or showing up or commitment. I'm not sure. It hasn't channeled through yet. I'll let you know. That's another thing to think about. Is there a word or a phrase that would make you feel really, really good every day when you hone into it, that you would have as a mantra or a word or a phrase for 2020? In terms of health, so I've already mentioned that I am needing a new wardrobe and clearing out my old clothes. I've got the food going on. Then there's appearance. Your appearance also forms part of your expression. So how you present yourself is how you express, part of how you can express into the world, be in your full truth, your full authenticity when you are communicating with people. So it includes, things like tattoos. I'm actually going for a consultation with an amazing tattoo artist that does channeled work tomorrow because I have a sleeve plan. So we're going to talk about how we can finish this off. All of that. Another part of my health is getting more sunshine. You can see I've been in the pool today. I'm a bit red, but this will go brown for me. So I want to get more sun every day, and that's included in health for me. The next big thing that I am reviewing or looking into is finances, money. So you want to review or look at how much money you've got coming in, what's going out, what bills you have, maybe writing out a budget. And I'm writing out 2 budgets at the moment. I'm writing out a personal budget and a house budget because I have a housemate. So all the household expenses I'm going to work out into how much everything costs for the house, and then work out a budget between us that we can both put in for all the household expenses. So there's no last minute surprises or last minute I have to cover something and they reimburse me, or I have to borrow from them to pay something. So then the next step of that is honing into your soul. What does your soul desire? What is the amount of money, that you desire to have to serve your highest and best on purpose, soul, mission life? For me, it's a high figure, but I really want to have impact and change the world. It's 5 figures minimum per month. And I'm downloading templates to support that for money and abundance in all areas of my life. So that's the next step out of this exercise, and really feeling into it, into what feels good. Not thinking of the how. In any of these, it's not about how you're going to do something or how it's going to happen. It's how do you feel, what feels good to you, and what does your soul desire, what is the expanded possibility, potentiality, things like that. It's when you focus on those things and committing every day to that, into a spiritual practice, for example, then things change. You need to have it in the energetic realms before you can earth it into the 3D. The next part is your family and friends. Is there anyone that's draining your energy out of your family and friends? Whether they're doing it on purpose or not, feel into it. Who do you feel bad around, or you start to feel low vibration, or isn't really supportive to you in your dreams and goals? You start to not feel as happy as you could, or you start to feel low. or you feel like you have to play small around, really feel into that and decide what you're going to do about that relationship. Are you going to continue it? Will you try and set some boundaries? For me, I have up and down vibrations with my mother, and I continually have to set boundaries and recheck in with myself about how I'm going to interact with my mum for the highest and best. I don't want to kind of cancel that relationship. She's my mum. I love her dearly, and she has a heart of gold. She's just not always easy for me to deal with when I see her. So I have put in place procedures. I, boost my energy, try to ground myself and do the best that I can before I see my mum to make sure that I'm not being drained, things like that. So how do you want to feel in your life every day? And if there are people that you're not feeling good around, think to yourself, how, or should I still continue to see them, or what do I need to do to set a boundary with that person so I can continue to see them? And the last part of this mini audit is, how are you feeling within yourself? How does your soul feel? Have you lost your inner spark? Are you feeling flat? Are you feeling drained? Are you feeling overwhelmed? Or are you feeling good? Are you having new energy because you've got, the New Year's coming and you're setting New Year's resolutions? How are you feeling within yourself? For me, I've been feeling quite tired and exhausted in recent times. I've been doing a lot of energy work, a lot of energy upgrades, but that has meant that I have needed to stop pushing myself to get up early and just sleep in until I feel able to get up. Obviously, I get up for my daughter, although I have had a couple of times where I'm going to be honest, I have slept through, and my housemate got my daughter up and fed her breakfast and all of that, and then I got up, and I'm so grateful for those times. Like, I really, really appreciate it, because if he wasn't here, I would have slept through and she would have been really distressed. But I have been recognizing that I need more rest at the moment. So I've been letting go of to-do lists. I have not been pushing myself. I have been kind of just day by day, how do I want to feel today? Rest, or doing some coursework. I'm doing a program called The Wealthy Woman right now, and it's helping me to anchor in some templates and things to help me bust through some blocks that I've been having. So that is the mini audit done. In terms of the other thing I'm doing, actually, it's not part of the mini audit, is I'm reviewing my desires list. I have done a video on this, what I'm claiming and what I desire for 2020 and for December this year, because I started early. I've also done a blog post on it. If you prefer to read it, you'll be able to find those either on this page, my YouTube channel, or my website. My blog's on my website, www.jasminaearthangel.com/blog. So I'm reviewing those desires and then really just feeling into, how do I want my day to run? Because for the end of this year, it hasn't been going to plan. I had been trying to put too many things on my list, trying to push myself, and I haven't been feeling good about it. And when I'm trying to push and strain, I'm not in flow. I'm not responding to the world. I am a generator, although I keep thinking I've got my birth time wrong, because I actually feel like I'm a manifesting generator more than a generator in terms of human design. So that means manifesting generator is a subset of a generator anyway. So I'm a generator. It means I make my own energy, but I should be responding to the world, and I'm of a sacral authority. So that means I should be feeling into things before I do them and going, oh, yes, or no, or whatever sound comes out for yes or no. I'm supposed to make a sound and then make a decision with what I am doing in my life. So I have been really feeling into, how do I want my days to look? How do I want to feel every day? How do I schedule my life to support what's in my full potentiality, my purpose, and what's in the highest and best for myself and my daughter? And that actually looks like having mornings to ourselves. She has a sleep around 11, so she sleeps until usually 1 or 2. So in that time when she's asleep, then I start to be able to do things with my day, like cleaning my kitchen, do some washing, things like that. And for me, doing a menial, no-brain tasks in the morning helps me feel like I've achieved something before I get into the heavy brain work or client sessions in the afternoon. So I'm really rejigging my schedule. But what I'm also working on is a morning practice, a morning spiritual practice for myself to set my energy for the day. That's another thing that I'm doing that should or is how I feel will set me up for success, because success is different for everybody. You need to do what makes you feel good, and what makes me feel good might not make you feel good. And that's the other point. I always set up, I have my business flow journal, I have a training notes journal, and I have another journal that's for activations and processes. I'm transitioning from last year's diary into next year's diary. So that's the other thing I'm doing, is putting all events and catch-ups and things into the new diary at the moment. And my way of doing the Boxing Day sales is to buy stationery to set myself up for the new year. So I bought some correction tape because I'm sick of crossing things out in my diary. So I'm going to use this instead when plans change, because I'm a pen it in. I don't pencil anything in. I pen things in. I got some lovely hearts for my activation art pieces, and I'm going the wrong way here on the camera. Some metallic pens, because who doesn't love metallics? Well, I love metallics. And I also got some cool little rose gold metallic stickers. So I got some little hearts. And whoop, dropping things. Little initials for some artworks that I have going on, coming up. And some, you know, some little things to stick on to people. That's the other thing. I really desire creativity every day in my life. And then, because Hypo was having a sale, I got just some new little A5 journals. This is what I journal in, just my personal journaling. And I got another hardcover journal for when I'm working with people to write notes in. And I got just another spiral everything book. So when I take notes for things or want to write lists or things, I write them in there, and then I transfer them to the other journals or whatever I need to do, because I like to have things written neatly. This is my current everything notebook, and it's a bit over half. I've been using it a lot, so while they're on sale, I get them. I also, in terms of my health, I found at the health food shop they're on sale too, some organic whitening toothpaste, because I've noticed that my teeth are really starting to not be as white as I would prefer. I got some reviving shampoo and some great conditioner, because I'm doing a lot of swimming. So I already have stuff in my shower, but I just wanted more to make sure that it doesn't run out. So that's in terms of health as well. So that brings me to, what have we got coming up in 2020? What am I offering to you to come work with me? I would love to work with all of you in 2020. 2020, I feel, is our year for actually getting in and doing what we came here to do. I feel like 2019 helped clear the shit, and 2020 is our year. So Sisters in Soul Circle is back on the 10th of January. It's $10. It's for women and mothers. You're coming to my house, so you'll be coming here on a Friday afternoon. It's every week, and it's only $10, and you can bring your children. We will set your children up with Netflix, or they can play outside, or whatever we want to do, whatever they feel like doing. And the $10 is just to cover refreshments, because I'll be giving, you know, tea and coffee, things like that. Then on the 24th of January, my Dancing with Earth and Soul Circle starts, and it is down at, let me just get my notes on this laptop because it's turned itself off. Dancing with Earth and Soul is a mixed circle for men and women, and it is so that we can journey with our earth and soul together via embodiment, dance, and then connect with each other. It goes for 3 hours. It's at the Merkavah, which is at Talabajara. That's only $30. I have to hire the space, and it's a 3-hour journey. So that starts on the 24th of January. Then we've got the Earthangel Energy Incubator, which starts in February, which goes into a deeper dive of an energy audit, which we've just done. Let me just get it up so I can give you more details on it. So this is an 8-week program, and it's so that you can align with your soul and earth your desires to activate your earth angel so that you can actually be living the life or start to be living the life you desire. It's a group program. It goes for 8 weeks, and it's for mothers and women to earth and birth your soul desires in the world. So if you're feeling unsupported, tired, dragged down, stressed, things like that, we start with an energy audit, which is a deeper dive of what we've just done the mini audit on. And then we go into earthing and embodying your soul, expanding for your spirit, and equalizing the energies through your body. So you learn how to transmute energies through your body over the course. It's an online course, but there is an in-person workshop at the end to practice everything we've learned and to come together in connection. I will be providing food and drink at that workshop as well, because I love food and drink, and I think when we're connecting with people as humans, we love to have a meal together. We love to, you know, congregate and eat and drink and be merry kind of thing. So there's 4 modules. They're live calls. It's not pre-recorded. I'll be doing it live with you. So we're doing a live call. You will have module books after each call. You can email me in between calls to ask questions, things like that. I may do extra calls if people require it or you want it, no extra charge. You get 3 one-to-one laser coaching or laser activation sessions included. So that's 3 one-to-one laser coaching or activation sessions with me included in the course. And there's the in-person workshop and sister circle at the end. It's limited to 10 people. We start in February. I'm not sure what date yet. I had a date set, but I just need to double check a few things. All the details and the sign up is on my website. 10 people only. It will start in February. That's Earthangel Energy Incubator. The next thing is we have Legals in the Light round 2, which starts in March. And this is legal foundations for light workers, earth angels, healers, and change makers. So people that want to create the new earth with me. This one is 6 modules. Again, we've got live teaching sessions and follow-up live question and answer sessions to work through the modules. You get lifetime access to the course for this one. It goes for 6 months. We do 1 live teaching session and 1 question and answer per month. There is a lot of content per module. I was running it on a shorter schedule to begin with, but it wasn't really serving you guys, so I've extended it out so that you have more time to work through everything, because a lot of it is legal teaching, legal education, so you need time to process and think about it and work through it. So that's, again, why we're doing it live. You do have workbooks and things that I will give you after the live sessions to recap, or you can you have unlimited email access with me for the 6 months during the course. So this covers a basic understanding of contracts with examples, what you need to have in the public domain if you've got a website, how to create cash flow or to deal with money issues, how to deal with debts, how to behave or use the court or tribunal system, including a template for how to do a small claim, and dispute resolutions, including mediation or other forms of dispute resolution. So that's what you're going to learn in the course. And then we do mindset work as well, because a lot of people think that the law, the legal system, and lawyers, they're just here to fuck everything up. Well, that may be how it has been allowed to be traditionally, but we can actually use the law and the legal system as a support in our lives as light workers, earth angels, change makers, new earth creators. And that's what this is about. This helps you to be able to do that. You get the foundational knowledge that you will then be able to take to a solicitor if you need contracts drawn up, or to be able to draw a basic contract yourself and then just get it checked, things like that. So this is to be able to take your power back and use the system we have while we are building the bridge to a new system. So that is the legals and the light. Next thing I wanted to mention is my one-to-one Soul Aligned Life program. Now I only take on 5 clients for this per month. So if you're interested in this, this is a 3-month deep dive that helps you to align your soul and earth your desires to create a thriving life. Okay? So it helps you deal with mindset, it helps you work in the energy fields, it helps you change your energetics, change your outlook to create the life you desire. So what you get is, you get a 2-hour initial deep dive session with me to create your soul earth channel. I download a specific program from soul to you that will help you bring through your soul's desires. So this is individual, personalized, only for you. You get 10 50-minute weekly calls with me to go through anything that's come up, to do some more energy work, to do activations, clearings, remove blocks, anything like that. I give you tools and practices, homework to support your soul state flow and your embodiment between our calls. You get unlimited email support again during the program. You get a 2-hour life design session in the last week of the program to create the 3D foundation for your life. Now this can also be applied to a business that you're creating. So we do the energetics to earth through what kind of life you want to create it energetically, and then I help you with creating an actual 3D template that you can take home with you and put on your wall or refer to. I gift you with an activation or a healing art piece to anchor in your soul aligned life. Again, now that's energy infused. You can put it on your wall and it will help to reinforce and help you to anchor into the 3D from the 5D. Because we work in the 5D realms, we're going to bring it to the 3D, which is where we are physically. That will help you anchor it in. As part of that, if you do this one-to-one Soul Aligned Life program, you get 30% off all my group programs. So that's a 30% discount valid for 12 months from when you start your one-to-one program. And there's a payment plan. For all my things, there's a payment plan option. So I really want to make it accessible to you. So that is the Soul Aligned Life program. I've also got a men's mini one-to-one program, which is 3 sessions for men. It's like a package. So normally it would be for the one-to-one program, you get clarity, healing, and or activations for men. And in these sessions, we can work on anything from, these are just some examples, emotional expression, clearing childhood trauma, energetic field restructuring, owning your sexuality, stepping into and receiving your full power, and your divine nature and personality. That's just a snapshot. We can work on anything in these. These are just 3, this is a mini program, 3 sessions for men. If you're a woman and you would like to do a 3-session program like that, just let me know. I'll create one for you. So we can basically do 3 sessions for you as an intro as well. And if you really like working with me, we can continue that, extend it up to a 3-month one-to-one Soul Aligned Life program, and we will just upgrade you. Okay? What else have I got on here? I have a 2-hour life or business design session. So that's to create the 3D foundation for the life or the business you desire. So that is, like I was saying in the Soul Aligned Life program, we do all the energetics to set your field up to see what your soul desires, and then we do some embodiment practice to work it through, and then we create a 3D foundation template in the physical for you to take home, put on your wall or whatever, to anchor it in. So that's a 2-hour session. And whatever comes through that you need at the time, we will do. That is one thing I do need to mention, is that my work, whatever comes through that you need, I will do for you. So this can include, let me find my list here. So I have a list here of everything. Where did it go? I just had it before. Where did it go? Sorry guys, it is in here. Now this is not an exhaustive list. This is just a snapshot. Basically, anything that comes through, we'll do it. Okay, let me see. Where is it? Here we go. So we can use colors, chakras, soul centers, earth council, guidance, embodiment, tones and frequencies, codes, activations, constellations, plant medicine, remedies. We can use aromatherapy, womb healing, and, you know, sexuality work, whatever you need. Okay, and then the last two things I want to mention is I am moving into also offering spiritual structures for you, for your life and or your business. So that again builds on the 3D templates. It creates a structure using the system and the energetics to earth and anchor into the 3D, what you're desiring, and your support network, your foundation to build upon. And activation artwork. So if you ask me to do one of those, I will channel through either something specific for you, or you can say, look, I need something to help me with abundance. And then I will channel through what you need, and it comes into an artwork. You can have a look on my website. There's a couple of examples of unfinished ones, which I'm still working on, which, you know, all these things will be going on. And yes, you get a beautiful piece of energetic artwork. I'll give you a write-up about it. And then if you decide in the future that you no longer want the energy from it, or you're good, you just let me know and we can clear the energy out, and it can just be an art piece after that. All right, this was a long live. Thanks for staying with me. I hope you're well. I hope you're enjoying Boxing Day. I hope you're going to have a great New Year's. If you watch the replay, put replay. Let me know where you're watching from. Any questions, let me know. Take care, guys, and much love to you. Bye.